Good morning, everyone. Today is December 12th, 2024. It's been a very interesting week so far. It is Wednesday. Today, I have planned to. Well, I have to catch up on video logs. I've been really, really slacking, and I still remember the couple days that I'm missing really clearly, and that'll go into my daily thoughts, so that's just planned for the day. I also need to. I just bought my E&O insurance for my insurance sales, right? So I'm covered for when I sell life insurance and fixed index annuities. Um, just bought that. I went out and took my niece to school this morning. Just got back from that. Plans for the day. Got to do that. Got to take out my trash again. I'm pretty sure the trash out there needs taken out. Got to cook lunch. I have no idea what we're having for lunch. Uh, we'll find out when we get there. Probably stroganoff or something. And still need to do laundry. Have not had the chance to do it. I was so tired when I got home last night. I was like face, pillow, gone, like instantly. Um, what else do I have planned? I feel like I have something planned. I'm waiting on a call from the IRS to get my EIN. I had a notebook that had my EIN in it, and then I lost that notebook, so I'm like, so I gotta get my EIN back. I gotta be on prep for that. So that'll probably be in like the middle of one of these video logs that I'm recording. Um, Other than that, things have been pretty solid. Let me get my paper, make sure I'm not missing anything. No, I'm good. Interesting. Still haven't heard back from Trent. I've given him a call like the same time every day. I have no idea what he's like trying to reach out for. He has not texted any information. He just said, "Hi Kyle, can you please me?" And I'm assuming he meant please call me because that's sexual harassment if he doesn't mean that. So it was just like a really funny text to wake up to. But yeah, I finally went and picked up my door car lock actuator. Those of you who don't know, this is the little part that makes your door actually like open. So mine has been busted for a while, so we're gonna get that fixed. And we've been having some troubles with our car guy thinks it's a spark plug, but the engine was just doing this like shaky thing, and we were just like, that's not normal. But it runs just fine. It's just like go 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 go, as opposed to just. So I'm assuming there's something loose or something needs replaced. Like, no idea really what it is. You're welcome for this bedhead. It's glorious this morning. And I'm gonna record all the video logs just like this. But yeah, life's been good. Things have been good. Other than that, Anna and I have been doing just fine. We've been communicating pretty properly. Yeah, I think that's all I have planned for the day. Daily thought is a pretty personal one. I think we met with my friends this last weekend, and I think a lot of people in my generation have extremely high standards for themselves because of the things they see online. And part of why I'm doing this is so that when I do become successful, you can look back and be like, oh, he was a regular person who struggled just like everyone else, right? But a big part is like the journey. And I feel like people sit there and they go like, oh man, I just don't like the journey. And it's like, you haven't even gone to the fun part. Like, and where you're at right now, you're gonna look back at it and go, those were the good old days. Before I had responsibilities. Before I had people who were looking up to me. Before I had things I had to take care of. Like, those were the good old days. And I feel like a lot of 20 to 25-year-olds really neglect that. And I know that I had neglected it for a while when I was 17, 18, 19. And then once I kind of realized, like, oh, I'm going to be something. Like, you have the opportunity and the option to be something, you just have to choose to. And I was kind of like, oh, I better get used to this now. Because I was really disillusioned in the sense of I thought I was going to be nothing when I had the option to be something, and it's clear what I was choosing. I just didn't know you could choose. And I think a lot of my friends who I'm like, I love these guys, like, they've all I would drop everything in the world to go help them. I think that they really struggle with understanding that the world is at their fingertips and that they just have to go out and reach, because everyone has their fingertips out like this. They just got to reach that much further. Like, it's that close. And they don't appreciate the journey and the fact that This is gonna sound weird. When you're younger, productivity comes in waves. Like, yeah, you clean your whole house in 3 days, and then don't do anything for 2 months. Then you clean it all in 2 days, and you don't do anything for a month. You clean it all in 3 days, and then it goes on for 2 months. Like, it comes and goes in waves. Like, spring cleaning is a wave that humans have. Like this instinctual, like, oh man, it's the season of cleaning. Like, we call it spring cleaning because everyone in America kind of just does it. Why do we do it? We don't really know. But it's just a feeling we have, like, oh, I should clean right now. And so we clean for spring. We just do. Like, it's just a thing. And we sit here and we hold ourselves to such high standards, and you're like, I cleaned yesterday and now I spent all day playing video games. I'm a loser, I'm an idiot. And it's like, you can do whatever you want. Sure, you've made some bad choices in the past. And, like, sure, you don't feel successful right now, but you're here. You're still in the game. You haven't folded your cards yet. You're still playing, dude. Like, you're giving up on the hand before it's over. That is an amazing thought that I just randomly said. You're giving up on the hand before it's over. That's how I feel about a lot of people that I talk to who think in a disillusioned sense. You're giving up on the hand before it's over. I'm not going to give up on my hand. I have a really good hand. I like to think I do. Oh, I shaved. I did shave. Forgot about that. I should have mentioned that. But I've been dealt a really good hand. And I'm not going to waste it. And I'm not going to fold before it's over. Even though I see people when they have better hands, and they've had more time to accumulate cards, or however you want to use that metaphor, I have a really good hand. And it's, your hand is as good as you believe it is. And that's a part of your hand. You have to believe in yourself. You have to, when you make a Yu-Gi-Oh reference, you have to believe in the heart of the cards. Like, you really do, because you are the cards. You have to believe in yourself. And it's like, as much as I believe in God, I have to believe in myself to be able to carry out what he puts in the past. You know what I mean? And I try to make every metaphor kind of double-sided. Like, if you believe in God, there's a metaphor here. And if you don't, there's another metaphor here. Like, it can go both ways. So I really like that. You gotta, don't fold your cards before the hand's over. Because the buy-in's free. Right? You just have to be here and work. I don't know. It just made me feel like they don't understand that there are seasons yet. And that things come and go in waves. And my class specifically got kind of screwed over by COVID, because of, like, our senior year didn't really get closure or anything, so we still, like, think we're ninth graders. We still think we're, like, 16, 17-year-old kids going out in the world. We didn't really get that whole, like, you're adults now, go live your life. We didn't really get that. And so you kind of have to force that closure and, like, look within yourself and really understand that that chapter of life is over. And that the next chapter is what you're writing right now. But can you imagine how lame that book would be if you finished a chapter and it was kind of like, that was a really shit end to that chapter. Like, there was no real, like, connectivity. And then all of a sudden the author just kept referring back to the previous chapter longingly. Like, I want to be in that last chapter again. Like, that last chapter was so much better. Like, well, what are all these responsibilities? I don't want these responsibilities. I want to be in that last chapter. As a reader, you'd be sitting there going, dude, man the fuck up. Like, like, I don't want to sound rude or mean to anyone, but as a reader, you sit there going, this guy's fucking lame. Like, he needs to get over himself and, like, start doing things. And we all have that, like, I'm the third person in the story, right? He's the first person. He's going through it. And I'm sitting there watching going, oh, just do this. Just do this. And you don't realize that it's a parallel for your own life. Right? So you sit there and you tell the guy, he needs to do this, he needs to do that, he needs to do this, he needs to do that. That anime character is such a loser. I hate Subaru-kun from ReZero. What a loser, what a crybaby. Right? But when you're in this similar situation, and you act similar, there's a disconnect for us. Because now it's first person. When you were in third person, you could sit there and you need to, And then when you're in the first person, it's, I know I'm doing the right thing. No one can sway me. All I ask is people who are struggling in this first person, don't fold your cards before the hand's over. Our time is coming. Like, my generation's time is coming. We kind of contribute to the economy right now. We're gonna have to carry it on our backs when we're older. Like, carry the economy. And people don't really realize that. But, like, all the truck drivers right now, like, there's very few 20-year-olds who I come into contact with who are truck drivers. They're all 30, 40 plus. It's their time to carry the economy. It's our time coming up. Make it through this, and then make it through the harder part. And then I genuinely believe we'll be okay. I'm gonna be the president. I'm gonna help us be okay. Good morning, everyone.
One eternity later.
I think my cat is about to walk in front of the camera because I'm eating Taco Bell and he's interested in it. Hi, Skips. You want? Dude, I swear you're so interested in smelling human food, and then once he does smell human food, he's like, "Would you eat that?" And I mean, okay, like human food, Taco Bell. Is it human food? I don't know. It could be some conspiratorial horse meat, like who knows, right? Good evening, everybody. If it isn't obvious, I'm eating Taco Bell. My cat, before I like started recording and stuff, he was like bopping on my door to get in, and now he's standing on my door, I think, to get out. But I told you that you were gonna have to stay in here for the remainder of the video. But I'll probably cave, and he knows that. Anyways, this guy. Oh yeah. Okay, so today, I know this is like right after for you guys. This is what, 8 hours apart for me. So, or almost 12. Wow, 12 hours apart. So it's still December 12th, 2024. I had a solid day at work. I made like $60, $40, $40. I think it was $40. 40 something. I got some tips at the end, so it's always like hard to remember. 40 something. No, life is good. Today, figured out the rest of my insurance stuff. I took the anti-money laundering thing, the training or whatever. I finished that, got my EIN from the IRS, put my EIN in, bought my Arizona emissions insurance, and then I uploaded my deposit, my voided check from my bank, so I could actually like receive direct deposit commissions. All of which super awesome. And then I had to put my business name in. I couldn't remember a lot of details about my business. Ignore me scarfing down this food. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Say mm-hmm. Taco Bell's doing this like promotion, I guess, where they do the 90s gordita. It actually sucks. The shell needs to be way like crispier. Just like texturally not that good. But anyways, what was I saying? It's a great question, Kyle. E&O insurance, did my direct deposit slip, commissions. Um, yeah, I was forgetting some stuff about my business. Like they were asking they were talking about tax documents, and I was like, I don't know what tax document I need to file. And they were like, okay, are you the president of this company? Are you like the owner? And I was like, yeah, I think I'm like president, owner, founder. And they were like, which one most like closely identifies you? And I was like, all of them? I don't know. And then she was like, okay, so it's an LLC, that's a state designation. What kind of business is it? And I was like, an LLC. And she was like, okay, is it like an S Corp or is it a sole proprietorship or a partnership? And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's a partnership. Like me and my wife did it together. Like we have our LLC, right? So I'm assuming there's different tax implications, but I'm like, I don't have any like the confirmation emails or documents for that. So I'm hoping that I'm filing the right stuff because was too young when I made the business, so I didn't like remember all that. I didn't remember my EIN, which is foolish of me. But yeah. So that was a very interesting time. Uh, Lady on the phone was actually really nice. IRS person was actually very nice. Mm, pulled a legendary longbow in Dark and Dark. That was pretty sick. I'm using to sell for like 3 or 4K if I really wanted it to. But I had some like decent like enchantments and buffs on it. I was looking at it like kind of like whoa. And then I went to go put it in my stash, my bank, and I had another one, and it was just like I'm sitting on 2 legendary longbows. Like, what am I gonna use them for? Probably just gonna sell them. That's like so much money though. So that was pretty cool. Um, hmm. I went to Albertsons this morning to pick up stroganoff, or no, to pick up beef. So we had stroganoff, and then my brother was like, "Hey man, I want to go buy some ground beef. You want to drive me?" So I was like, "Sure." When you get there, ground beef is like $4.99 a pound, and so him and I are just like, "That's crazy." So we buy it. We both got a pack, like pound and a fifth or whatever, and then I got a pack of steaks to make tomorrow. And like the beef stroganoff that I made, I didn't really care for. I don't really like ground beef that much, and there was like a ton of ground beef in it, but it was all right. I really like stroganoff just on its own, just noodles and sauce. We get like the Knorr's packs, so like $2 each, and they're so good. But yeah, that was eventful. I went to work. New girl's doing great. She's like taking tables on her own. She got kind of confused on an order for a table. I didn't really like, hear it, but they were like super chill about it. Thank God. Um, yeah, tables were nice. I got like two $10 tips. I was like, oh, cool, cool. But did not feel like I put in that much effort. Pretty sure one was a to-go order too. Um, Talking about accomplishments. So I did all my insurance stuff. Failures for the day: did not clean out did not take out the trash. There was something else that I was supposed to do. I think we need to wash our bedding for sure. Um, Definitely need to take care of that. New episode of Dan to Dan is out. If you haven't seen Dan to Dan, dun da da dun da da dun da da. Dude, I love that song. It's called like, it's about like no ot onotake or something like that. But it's like really like it's called Dan to Dan. But it's like really good anime. I actually really like it. It's kind of like silly in a more vulgar way, but like really entertaining, like good art style. The characters are like almost relatable as emotionally immature 13-year-olds. It's like really fun to watch. I would highly recommend Dan to Dan. I think that's it for today. I think it's been a good day. It's been really, really solid. Been chilling. Um, yeah, life's good. I don't even think I have anything else to talk about. No daily thought. Head empty. No thoughts occurring here. Uh, yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good evening.